Hi everyone, it's Leisha Chamberlain, and I just wanted to take a little bit of time to talk to you about finding your why. You may have heard me mention it before, but you may still not have a clear understanding of what a why actually is. So, for starters, your why is your reason, your primary motivation for becoming a coach and moving forward with this business. Whether you're a brand new coach or a seasoned coach, your why, I think at least, is one of the most important components of your business plan and strategy. Without a strong why, you aren't going to be able to move forward. So, why is it so important? Let's think about it this way. Let's say that you were at the mall one day and you came home and found your house up in flames. You jump out of your car, run onto the scene, and find the closest fireman and say, this is my home. What is going on? The fireman explains to you that the team has done everything that they can and has everything under control. They've gotten all of your family and loved ones out of the house, but the fire has been blazing for a while and they may not be able to save your home. Obviously, you're going to be disappointed, sad, even frustrated, but you aren't very likely to run into the home to try to save a painting or any of your other belongings. You aren't willing to sacrifice your safety because the most valuable things are already taken care of. But if the scenario went more like this, you came home, talked to the same fireman, and he let you know that they were still doing everything that they could, but that your two children were actually still inside of your burning house. What would you do? Obviously, you would run inside of that house or do everything in your willpower to get to your children and to get them out of the house. Your children are your why. That is what made all of the difference from the first scenario to the second, was your motivation, your drive to accomplish something. You value and love your children so deeply that you were willing to sacrifice everything to try to bring them to safety. When you really think about it, you need a why that you feel that strongly about. You need a reason that is going to make you push forward, to push past the objections, to break down the barriers of this business if you really want to be successful. So it's obvious to see that illustration of what a why is and how it can make a difference to have a very strong, tangible, feelable why. But it can be a little more difficult to find your why. So what is the best way to find your why, or to really figure out what is going to push you forward in this business? What is going to drive you and help you push past those obstacles? So I have 3 suggestions. As you're thinking about your why and thinking about your motivation for this business, ask yourself these 3 questions. Start off with, what is your definition of success? What do you want to achieve? And when, 10 years from now, when you're looking back on your life and you're seeing what you accomplished, how will you define your success? Once you answer that, move on to the second question. What are you most passionate about? What makes you come alive and just sets your heart on fire and sets you into motion? Hopefully part of that is helping others, because that is what this business and what coaching is all about. But when you can really define what you're passionate about, that will also help you define your why. And the third thing is, If money were no object, what is it that you would do? If it didn't matter how much money you brought in a day, a week, a month, a year, what would you do? When you've taken time to answer each of those questions, and you can look at your answers or your responses to those questions, then that will lead you to your why. So, for example, you could have a desire or a vision to become debt free so that you can give to your community, so that you can be a part of developing different programs in your community. Or you maybe just want to have the finances to be able to travel. Maybe you've always wanted to see different places or different parts of the world. And this job could be your possibility to do that. Or you could be like me. My why started out as a desire to want to help others. And while that's still the core component of my why, I'm using that and focusing on a vision that I have for my family with my husband. Our ultimate goal with this business is to be able to bring him home so that we as a family can have more freedom. So we can get up in the morning and decide what it is that we want to do as a family. And so that he has the opportunity to pursue some of his dreams and visions just like I am. So when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, the reason or what pushes me to push past the obstacles, to see those objections, and to respond to them in a kind and knowledgeable and encouraging way, to break past the barriers and to just move the other direction when somebody presents a not so nice comment to me, is the fact that I know that with this business and with this opportunity, I'm going to be able to have that freedom that we're looking for in our family. And that is the type of why that you need to move forward and be successful with this business. So before you go any further, I want you to take some time to stop and think. Think about what your definition of success is, what you're most passionate about, and what you would do if money were no object. Answer those questions first and define your why before you go any further. It will make a difference in your business. Right, that's all I have for you today. So spend some time defining your why, and I can't wait to hear them.